Welcome, welcome, welcome to Just Thrive. We are here. As you can see, I am not all made up today because I was in what? Mommy mode today. We just got in from a track meet. Yes, we did. So I am super excited because Sun did so well. He PR'd on his 200. He PR'd on his split in the 4x4. He came in first on his 200 and his heat and ninth overall out of 100 runners in the 4x200. They came in first in their heat and third overall out of 13 teams in the 4x4. They came in first overall everything. So yes, we are going to get started in just a few seconds. I am super duper excited about the guests this week that we have on Just Thrive. So there's no March Madness on tonight. It's winding down. We are at the final four and the hometown team is still in it. I am saying that it is going to be Virginia, UVA versus Michigan State. That's what I think is going to be in the championship. You can let me know what you think is going to be in there, but I am excited. So while we wait to get started, I'm going to go ahead and do a watch party. I want you to do the same so you have your friends and your family that are watching as well with you. So let's see if I can take a second to do this watch party. Let's find it. Let's do a refresh on the watch party. So I gotta wait for it to come back up, but make sure that you hit the hearts, the thumbs up, the laughter, comments down, because this is an interactive show, and so I do not want to be the only one talking, me and our guests. Let us know how we're doing with the thumbs up. So I think that, is it going to let me do? Yes. So I'm clicking the watch party now to allow my friends and family to join that may not get the notification for Just Thrive on Journey to Greatness page. So let's see. Okay. Guest. Miss Mom and Dad Major is going to be on the Just Thrive. So let me go over. Let's see. Okay, we got that. So let me type in a little thing. So my guest watch party, and you can put in a description when you do a watch party. So that is what I am doing right now. And then I'm going to let my friends be able to watch it as well. I will not be able to always interact with their comments. I don't know if I can see them and host the show, but we will see. So let me bring this down some so you can see my face. So drum roll please. We are going to introduce our guests this week, Mom and Dad Major. Come on in and join us. They are going to be with us here live. Let me move the chair over so they have enough room in the Hall of Fame studio. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Just Thrive. Yes, Mom and Dad. You see where I get all these good looks from? Yes, they come from right here. The genes are so wonderful in the family. So yes, welcome Mom and Dad Major. Normally we've had audios because we've had technical difficulties, but we have live videos where the people are streaming from their location. But my parents are here in town. They came to the track meet to root Sun on, and we just had a good time. So, Mom and Dad, yes. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Say hello to your fans.
Hello, I'm Isidore Major.
Hello, I'm Marilyn Major.
Yay. I can't use this today because it's going to cover all this goodness that they have blessed me with. So I'm just going to use the gold mic. You're still going to see the gold mic. We're going to use that, but not the little screen that goes with it. So I am super excited. We just came back, like I said earlier, from the track meet. You got to, Melissa said, hello, Mom and Dad.
Hello, Melissa.
You got to see your grandson run in the track meet.
Yes.
And he did super great, so that was exciting because they live away, so they don't always get to be able to support and come and see, but that's why I post so many videos and, always sending messages out so they can stay. Even though they're not here, they can still see what is going on with their grandkids. That's just not son. I record the recitals and all of that stuff for them just like they were here. So with that, we're going to go ahead and get started with Just Thrive. So what we do for Just Thrive is I bring in individuals that have adapted the Thrive principle. And what does Thrive stand for? Trust the process, highlight all wins, receive guidance, invest in yourself, vacate negativity, and evaluate your goals. So as you can see, I didn't get all of this goodness from myself. It was poured down from my parents, and so they have set a high bar. So success is going further than what your parents have gone. And woo, I got some work cut out ahead of me because woo, these two right here, they are movers and shakers. So let's go ahead and tell your story. Let them get to know Mom and Dad Majors, because remember, we're going to whisper so she can't hear. Remember, I told you Mama Major, she's a tough cookie. So let her tell you a little bit about herself. All right, she couldn't hear me, but okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Mom Major and Dad Major.
Well, first, I would like to say how very proud I am of all of my children. And since we're talking about Thrive tonight, Keshia is on the spot. So we are super, 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 super excited about all that she is accomplishing and all that she's doing. Keshia used to be very, very quiet. You may not know
still
that.
am.
No, not anymore. But she is doing tremendous things and helping so many people. When I meet her friends and other people that know her, they're constantly telling me how they are listening to her on Thrive and how impressed they are with what she's doing. And we just want her to know that we are super impressed with all her accomplishments. So, you're supposed to tell them about yourself. Oh, about myself. Isidore and I have been married for 45 years. Next week.
Next week.
Woo! So we'll be celebrating that. Isidore and I were, Isidore was in the military, so we traveled around the last, for 20 some years. And so we have lived in Virginia longer than we lived in our home state. And we love it here. We have some great friends, some great family here. So we're super duper excited about that. What about me that I'll say is I just love the Lord. And we attend my oldest daughter and son's church, and we are.
What's the church's name and where is it located?
The Worship Center, Chesapeake, Virginia.
Woo! For the 757, yes.
So we are super excited about what they're doing and what they're accomplishing as well. So what else? We have our own. We started a business back in 1999 that was very successful. And we love meeting people, love talking to people, love encouraging people to do your best, to go higher than anybody that you know. You just keep striving to go higher and higher and higher, and you're going to get there. Do not quit. Do not give up. We didn't give our kids an option to fail and just not try again. You might fall down, but you're going to get back up again. You're going to try it again. You're going to do it greater the next time than you did it the previous time. So we're super excited about that. One of the things we like to do is encourage young people, keep striving for your goals. Don't give up. Don't just, quit. Quitting is not an option in our family. We have to keep going. We must go forward. You must do better than the last generation did. So I'm super excited that my children are doing greater things than even Isidore and I did.
So you spoke on that you were in the military and you moved around. So, Dad, Major, what military branch were you in, and what experience did you get from the military that you tried to pass on to your family?
Well, I was in the Air Force.
Yeah, Air Force.
Air
I went
Force
in
brat.
72 and I retired in January 93, so it was 20 years. What I got out the military is discipline.
He's
I
a
guess
disciplinarian.
integrity, honor, and I carried it forth. Like she said, we started a business, which we worked on computers and did computer networking, anything to do with computers and everything. But now we're kind of like retiring. Type of thing, you know?
How do you kind of like retire?
Retire and travel. We like to travel around now. Still do some things around. If somebody needs a computer fixed on, we work on that and everything. But that's basically it.
This is how busy their travel schedule is. I have to let them know in advance if I want to travel or if something is going on with the kids so they can put it on their calendar, because their calendar is probably, last time I talked to them, it was filled up all the way till October. So that was a couple of weeks ago. So I'm pretty sure it's filled up into next year. So I just try to get in where I fit in, like the young people say.
Yes.
So if you can't tell, I get my quietness from my dad. He's very... Mom,
I'm
no,
quiet.
no,
I'm
not
quiet.
when she's asleep. She's quiet. That's about it. That's it. Any other time, Mom is in the building and when she leaves out, she might not know anybody, but when she leaves, she knows everybody that was in there. So she is the very social butterfly, and my dad is the meek, mellow. I used to wonder how he was a senior master sergeant in the military and you didn't hear a peep from him. I was like, well, how did he command people? But he gets home and he's over in the room. It used to be funny. My mom, of course, is a social butterfly, so she always wants to have these events at the house. And so you would see my dad for a good maybe 30 minutes, and then he just disappears. Where does he's gone. Like, you don't see him anymore that night until everybody leaves, and then he comes back. Or he's in his office working on computers, watching movies, sleep, or whatever he's doing, but he is not part of any of these shenanigans that she wants to have every weekend. And so, but now that he is retired, now you see him, Dad is holding the conversations and saying hello to people. I think it's something about retirement. I'm going to take notes on this retirement because I want to retire one day too, and I'm going to enjoy this life of retirement as well. So they have talked about the military. Have you always, Mama Major, have you always owned a business? Did you always do, computer service group, or did you do something else before? And with that, what you did before, what did you take that you passed down to your family?
Well, before I opened the business, I worked as a civil service worker, and I thoroughly enjoyed that. And actually, I wrote software and managed computers at that time. And so about 13 years into my government career, I had an opportunity to open my own business. One of our commanders talked to me and thought it would be a great idea if I could start my business. They would offer me work. So I took them up on that. I prayed about it, really felt that it was God saying to move. So I left the government after 13 years, and we started a business that was very successful in the area. God really blessed us. And what I try to do is to help others that want to start small businesses. We try to help them get started, help them with the paperwork. We were an 8A firm, which the government offered for minority-owned businesses. So it helps you to get contracts. You still have to do some legwork, but it helps you to get contracts. So what we did and still is doing is those that show an interest in having a business and they want to go down that 8A line, we try to help them get their 8A status so they can begin to get 8A contracts and begin to bring additional work into their company. So that's our goal, is to help other small business start their business and get them up and running. So we enjoy that. So, and my rule is, I think every person should have a business. Not just always think how you work for someone else, but how can you take what you have learned, of the knowledge or interests you have, and begin to help others and to begin to start a business. And you may not work in that business full time initially, but you can, as you're doing your regular job, you can also do the things that you like, and it's usually the business that you want to start. So if anyone is interested and wants some information, please let us know. We would love to help you get started.
So now you see where I get all of this greatness and drive from. Yes, it comes from them. They expect nothing less. There is no sitting at home eating bonbons, watching TV. Well, you know, I don't eat bonbons anyway. They're just yucky. But there's, you know, we do get our TV time because we all know I'm a big sports fan. So I love going to visit family, but one of the highlights of my trip is sitting down watching the game with my dad. Now, normally that's what sons and dads do, but it's okay. I enjoy it because I enjoy watching the game, and we're sitting here talking, and the mom comes in. Like, she watches it with us, but she has no idea what's going on. She only goes for the team that's winning, so she's a true bandwagoner, y'all. I'm just letting you know. Like, she will switch teams in the middle of the game. Not, you know, season or anything like that, or at playoff time. She will switch in the middle of the game. Whoever is now winning, that's now the team that she's going for.
Yes.
I will say, she doesn't turn on her Saints. They are both New Orleans Saints, because that is our hometown team is the Saints. So that's why I have 3 teams: Eagles, Steelers, and Saints. So I am always winning 98% of the time. Somebody's going to win that week. So that is where I get it from. So it was a joy to hear them, how their stories, how, you know, they got started, their previous, and just how they encourage everybody to find your passion, find what you are good at, and start a business so you can help others to grow in that area. See, a business isn't just about you making money and putting money in your pocket. A business is about you developing your gifts and sharing that with the world, because you're still here because the world needs you. The world needs a piece of you. And if you're holding all of that in to yourself, you're doing yourself and the world disjustice.
Yes.
So with that, they've told their story. Tell something. I would say, what has been one of your hardest moments in life, and what did you learn from it? Okay, we'll say ladies first, and then Dad will share his.
The hardest thing I think I've ever walked through was the death of my first grandson and my mother. Those were 2 very, 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 very important people in my life. And so those were the hardest moments. But what I learned from that is you can't give up. No matter what you're walking through, you cannot give up. So with that, what I learned from that was everything you go through is for a purpose. Mm-hmm. Oftentimes, the purpose is not just for you. When you're walking through things and you're going through things, it's how you go through that's important. We all have things, we all have fears, we all have different things that we go through in life, and some of those things knock us down. But the problem is not that they knock you down, is that you don't stay down. You get up, right, and you begin to fight. You begin to fight for your very life sometimes, you know, for just your mind. And the enemy sometimes comes in and so many negative thoughts come through your mind. But we try to turn the bad things around and make them positive things. Find the good in everything that's happening in your life. My parents always taught me that there's something good in every situation, even though it may not look good, it may not act good, it may not smell good, but find the good. And oftentimes we want to look at negative things, and we allow those negative things to pull us down and to weigh us down. And we have to take those negatives and turn them around and make something positive out of that, and also to be able to help someone else to come out of a situation that they may be in. And whatever you've gone through, somebody has gone through something worse. So that's what I take from when things come and things I don't like. We all have those things, but how can I help somebody else with it by my life? When somebody else look at me, are they encouraged by what they see, or do they feel like they are just being put down even more? So we have to watch even how we react to things, because others around us are watching us, and we want to provide positive reinforcement and positive ideas, positive thoughts. It doesn't mean that we're not hurting, but we also have to find the good, and that's what my parents instilled in me, and I wanted to instill in my children and my grandchildren and my neighbors' children and the person down the street children, the enemy's children, whoever it might be. We want to instill positive things in other people's lives around us, because we want them to come out victorious. We are not a victim in any situation. We are victorious in every situation that we go through, and we go through it because of the Christ that's on the inside of us. It's not us that so much, but it's the Christ on the inside of us that causes us to be able to go through things in the way that we do.
So let me just let y'all know a little secret, that all of those children that she said, her children, the neighbor's children, the church children, the community children, the world children, they all become her children as well. So she has tons, well, not she, Mama Major and Daddy Major have tons of kids, grandkids. They could be 90 all the way down to just born. It doesn't matter. They adopt them all. So when somebody comes in, they are no longer friends. Once you visited one time with them, you are no longer friends. You are now family. And what does that mean? When you become family, you're on your own. Fix your plate. We're not.
Yes.
If it's your first time at Mama and Daddy Major's house, they will allow you to go first. You are the guest, but after that, you are now family. And please know that me, myself, and my kids, after your second visit, we just cut all in front of you. We're the first in lines, because
right.
we do like to eat, because everybody knows that I'm away, and I don't like to cook like that. I am superwoman, and I do a lot of things, but cooking is not one of those things. Now, if you want to go out to eat, or you want to order something in and watch a game, I am your girl. But talking about cooking, now Mom will get me in the kitchen when I'm down there and make me cook something with her, and I do, but I enjoy the time with her. I don't enjoy the cooking. So I don't. That piece just passed over me. It went to one of the other kids, because I didn't get that cooking piece. But I have a lot of gadgets. I do. I get a new gadget. I'm waiting on the air fryer. I'm waiting on the air fryer. Mom.
I'll bring it next time.
Yeah, she has like 2, and yeah, I will probably use it for a couple of weeks, and then it will sit on the counter with the rest of the stuff. But every so often, I am learning. I'm getting better. I cook 2 to 3 times a week, and Mom had some of my chicken today that I cooked. It was good. I'm no longer 40% good, 60% bad. I'm probably about 60% good and 40% bad. So I still believe that I am destined to have a chef, a personal assistant, a personal stylist, and if necessary, a nanny at the time. Yes, Melissa says the air fryer is awesome. And let's get some of these comments from the other, the watch party. Tiffany said, great advice. Shanique said, sounds like a great plan, Dad. So I think she likes that retirement that you were talking about, just enjoying life. So, what, Dad? it's your turn to talk about a tough time and how you were able to overcome.
Tough times. Oh, them tough.
He is a man. He takes care of it all.
I guess a couple of things. I guess when Keshia was young, we were in New Mexico, and I was backing out the driveway to go probably to work or whatever. She was outside, and while I was backing, she ran up to the car, and I heard this thump. And when I got out, she had tire marks on her leg, so I thought I had ran over her leg. We took her to the hospital, and all that there. And the other thing is, our son Derek. He was a preemie, 6 month, 6 month preemie. He weighed, what was it? I know he went down to like 1.5 or 1.3 or something like that, pounds. And so he was in the hospital from the time he was born until finally he got out 3 months later. Matter of fact, Christmas, day before Christmas.
Christmas present.
Christmas and things. But by that time, he was up to about 6 pounds. So that was a blessing. It's taught us a lot in that, trusting in the Lord and going forth with that.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. So I'm going to say that, I wasn't a tough time when I was born, because that did not come up in the story. So it's a funny story because Mom always says that I've been a pain ever since that I was born. I don't think so. I think that I bring life, and I keep the faith strong because they have burned a lot of holes in the rugs praying for me over the years. And so it's a funny story to me because she says that, but literally after she had me, Dad took me home because Mom was unconscious for a couple of days. So Dad took me home and took care of me until Mom's body, and she came back and was able to come home. The pressure, all of this greatness, she was pushing all of this greatness out, and it just shut her body down. Can y'all imagine? It just shut her down for days because all of this greatness was being born. So yes, so is always a funny story with us. So every time, I will say one thing, it doesn't matter what we have done as kids, my parents have always been there. They've been there rooting us on. Like Mom will the lesson, the talking doesn't, as you can tell, doesn't come from Dad. But when you are in trouble, Mom is like she's talking so fast, and she will go on, and then Dad comes, and then it's all over with. But we get all of this, and this is why you see me as the mom that I am. It's because that's all that I know. That's what my parents taught me. Your kids come first. What they have, they ran us around just like I run my kids around, except it was 2 of them, but it was 3 of us that they had to run around. And I was typically the one that wanted to do something different than the other 2. So, that makes it I'm the difficult child. I'm the middle child. I'm the difficult child, but they love me the best because, who can't love this? That's what the parents are for. I'm the favorite. That's what they tell us all when we say, who's the favorite? Oh, you're the favorite. And the next person comes, well, who's the favorite? You're the favorite. Well, we all are their favorites in our own way because we are all different and we all have different personalities, but we are all as one. So we don't want to take too much of Mama and Dad Major's time as well as your time. So Mom and Dad Major, let us know. I believe you spoke on it some already, but let us know, what is your motivation in life?
My motivation in life is to see my children grow up and be the men and women of God that I know that they can be, that God created them to be. So for my motivation is to make sure that I conduct myself in a way that my children and grandchildren and all the extended family's children could be successful in everything they do, no matter what they set their mind to do. That's my motivation, to make sure that I encourage them, that I don't put them down just because they made a mistake, but I encourage them to get up, keep trying, and that's what my motivation in life is to make other people greater than myself.
Dad?
I ditto.
I knew that was coming somewhere tonight.
Melissa said she loves the faces that you're making. She can't help. Now, y'all know where I get my faces from. It comes from right here. It's a learned habit. It's learned. So, one of the questions, Janori said, what is it like to see me talking?
Oh, that's amazing, because when Keshia was a little girl, she didn't talk a lot. She's very shy. Her teachers thought she was very withdrawn. Even though she was a student in school, she just didn't talk a lot. So that came from that side of the family, because everybody on the outside of the family talks. So it's exciting to see her just pouring herself into someone else as well. So that's great for me.
Oh, that's it. Yep. That means he agrees. See, what you don't know is Dad has talked a lot today. So not sure how much more he's going to say, but this is way out his comfort zone. So I am so proud of him coming here on Just Thrive and just sharing his story. So the funny thing is that I still have not gone out of that to myself, not talking much. I still revert to that a lot. So as you know, this is way outside my comfort zone. I'm getting more and more comfortable each week, but still I get off of my lies and I'm like, whoa, that was a lot, but I am getting better. So I am excited for myself as well. So the last question that we are going to have for them is they're welcome to share any current projects that they're working on, or what they have going on, or just even talking about their life as retirement. How did you get to retirement?
How did we get to retirement?
Yeah, they retired before the normal retired age. So, how did you get to that point?
Well, actually, we started. We got a financial manager to manage, the IRA, the retirement plan, and everything. Save money with the retirement from the military. She retired from the government per se, and we just at 62, the financial manager said that we can start drawing Social Security, and that's what we're doing.
Well, how I think we prepare, we started very early on in our marriage, not spending everything that we make, and try to save money, try to not keep up with what everybody else have and what everybody else is doing, but we did what we felt that the Lord was leading us to do. So that was the beginning of it, is start saving while you're young, start planning for retirement. Retirement comes a lot faster than most people think it comes. And so we had good jobs. The Lord blessed us with good jobs. This was military. Then he got out he started working in the business once we started the business.
Louder.
Speak louder. Once we started the business. So what one of the things you want to do is begin to save. Don't spend everything you make. And most people think, I can't afford to save. You can afford to save something. So begin to put money aside. Begin to set up your accounts and things. If you have a 401 at work and they match it, maximize it as soon as you can maximize it, and it's free money. that you can have toward retirement. So we started young, trying to do the right things and trying not to get into a lot of unnecessary debt. That's really not necessary. A lot of things we get in debt for, they're not necessary, but there are things that we get in debt for that are necessary, that those are things that we have to have. So we started early, and I always said I wanted to retire when I was in my 50s. And so I work toward that, not necessarily consciously working toward it like every day. I can't buy anything, can't spend anything. We live life, but we also planned and we also saved as much as we could. So by the time it was time for you to retire, you were able to retire. I never thought I would be able to tell somebody I draw Social Security, because I always thought I was too young for that. But because of the things that we did, and we were able to get in and get out early, we were able to do some things, so that was just a part of it. You work, you put money into it, later on you'll get that money out. So for the young people out there, don't feel like you look at my kids probably look at us now and say, because I love to tell them I'm retired because I absolutely love it. We travel a lot. Actually, we got back today from a 12-day trip, and we'll be going again in a few weeks. So we love being able to do it, but you have to start early. Have to start planning.
That's it. Sunday they're leaving again. I want to be like them when I grow up.
But just plan. Don't get frustrated because you may not be able to save as much. If it's $1 a week, $1 a month, that's better than $0 a month, So just think about that and start putting things aside, because it comes faster. It came so fast, and I wasn't even thinking we were going to retire, and it just happened that we did. But I love it. We're able to do some things, and because we plan. So don't think that you're not doing anything just because you only saving $10 a week or $5 a week or $10 a month. It adds up over the years, and we have a few years. Isidore said he got old, that's why he retired. I didn't get old. He got old, but I didn't get old. I'm still young, still vibrant, still enjoying life, and that's what we're doing right now for us. It's good. You'll get there one day. Just keep trying. Don't give up on it.
Okay, then what she talked about, she said, planning and everything. Here's an example of planning. When I always said I was going to retire at 20 once I decided to stay in. So
that's 20 years in the military, not 20 years old.
About 3 or 4 years prior to that, we looked at where we were at, and what we had, and so we decided that we would pay off the cars, everything that we had, the credit cards, the cards, except for the main things like the house and utilities and things like that. There, have that paid by the time I retire, and that way, once I retire, I didn't have to get another job the next day. So that's what we mean when we say planning. You don't retire from one in order to go work for some other job. Okay, that's it.
That's it. So the key nugget for Dad Major that you better take from you today is you do not retire from one job to go to another job. You plan to retire so you can enjoy life. They just, as they said, they just came back from vacation. They can get up and go anytime that they want to. They were on a 12-day vacation. Then they're leaving on Sunday. Oh, yes. I was about to say, why are you leaving on Sunday? You just came back. But they are celebrating their 45th anniversary. Yes. So I couldn't remember. I think last week I was talking. I was like, is it 45, 44, 46? 45. And then I had to do the numbers real quick in my head. And I said, okay, it is 45. You have a successful Black couple that is doing great things, and they are still married with the same kids and celebrating 45 years. So Janori said, I've learned to plan, and it is good to see a Black couple being successful in planning. Well, Angie said she couldn't hear you, Dad. But that's good. Angie, you know that dad is soft talking. Shelby said, congrats. 45 years is amazing. Congrats from Janori. And Michelle said she wants to retire soon too. And she wants to be like you when she grows up as well. So we are thankful that Mom and Dad Major was able to come in the Hall of Fame studio. Now, what do you think about your grandkids' Hall of Fame studio and my studio for recording? Because I am that proud mom that likes to show my kids off, because there are so many kids that aren't doing great things and they are just out there living life. But my kids, they are out there doing their best in everything that they do. They conquer it. They get it from me. They get it from their grandparents and their grandparents and grandparents. So what is this called? Generational blessings. And if you don't know what generational blessings is, that means that's something that's passed down from your parents to you, to your kids, and it goes from generations. So there's a thing called generational curses, and there's a thing called generational blessings, and we pass on generational blessings, and I want you to do the same. So if you don't have something that's been passed down to you, you be the trail setter, you be the mark for your family, and start passing down good things to your kids so they can have passed down to their kids, and then your family can be even more great.
Yes.
So with that being said, Mama and Dad Major, do you have anything else to say about the Hall of Fame studio, about thriving in life? Do you have anything else to say? Shelby says she missed meeting y'all at the track meet. So the next time she comes, we will make sure that she gets a chance to meet you. And anybody that has not met Mom and Dad Majors, your life has not started until you meet them. It just changes. I tell you, the people they come in contact with, they just change. I don't know what it is, but I would say that is the anointing and the blessing that they have on their life, because they stay focused and they stay rooted in the word, and they have passed that down to us, and we pass that down to our kids, and they expect nothing but greatness from them. And when they meet you, best believe that they expect nothing but greatness from you as well. So they just don't push us as kids, as their kids. They will push you as well. So any last words before we get out of here?
I'm just so excited about being in the Hall of Fame studio. I never thought I would have this opportunity. So I am super duper excited about being here and about seeing Keshia and the kids. Isaiah was so amazing today. I was so proud of him and his accomplishments today. I really couldn't stay focused on Isaiah because Keshia, she is so loud at the yes, she is very loud at the track meet. She's screaming and yelling. Football, basketball, whatever.
Dance recital. Well, I've learned, like, at dance recitals, you're not supposed to be loud and stuff. So I have to channel that inner in. But, if I'm at an arena outside, you are going to hear me 3 miles down the road, because I am cheering them on. And I just don't cheer my child on. Right. I'm cheering everybody on their team on. So, yes, I am not the biased mom, but I will cheer the loudest for my child, because he must know that Mom is his number one fan.
Well, he knows that. And everybody in the stadium knows that as well.
And over again.
Okay.
Any last words, Dad Major?
Oh, it's nice to be in the Hall of Fame.
Maybe we can get our picture up there.
We're going to put their picture, because they have started this. And so, yes, we are definitely going to get their picture put up in the Hall of Fame studio. So with that being said, thank you for joining us for Just Thrive. Don't forget to join us on Thursday for Thriving Thursdays, when I will give some key nuggets to help you in your everyday life. And then next Tuesday, we will come back with another guest. as they talk about how they thrive in life. With that being said, don't forget to hit the thumbs up, the heart buttons, the laughter if you found something funny. You can comment if you have not commented. Those that are watching the rebroadcast, we want to welcome you, and I didn't want to forget about you. But if you're watching the rebroadcast, welcome, and don't forget to comment if you would like, because I do go back and read the comments and interact. I don't always get to interact while we are on live because my mind is going in 50 different directions all at the same time, and I'm trying to talk and keep up with all that's going on and thinking and all of that stuff. So sometimes the comments can be distracting, but we got through the comments today. I think I read everybody's comments. If I didn't, I apologize, and I will go back and comment on it later. Thank you for joining. We are out of here as we get ready to close Just Thrive. We got to get our closing music on because Mama likes to dance, and Daddy, now that he's retired too, he likes to dance too. So we are going to dance our way out of here. Mm-hmm. Do your little dance, Daddy. Yes, you got dancing from Daddy Major and Mama Major. We are out of here. Have a great night. We will see y'all next week.